You ever wonder why you make decisions that don't make sense, like buying something you don't need, or sticking with a choice even when you know it's wrong? The truth is, your brain has two ways of thinking, and most of the time it tricks you without you even realizing. In this video, we'll uncover how Daniel Kahneman's thinking fast and slow reveals the hidden patterns behind your choices, and how you can finally start making smarter, calmer, more rational decisions. Imagine this: you walk into a store planning to just buy toothpaste. Then minutes later, you are at the checkout counter with snacks, a magazine, maybe even a gadget you didn't plan for. You laugh it off, but deep down, you know this happens too often. Why do you act on impulse even when we promise ourselves to stay disciplined? This book gives us the answer. And once you see how your mind actually works, you will realize most of your mistakes were never really your fault. They were your brain playing its old tricks. We'll cover four big lessons from the book, each like a mirror, showing you why you think the way you do. Lesson 1: The two systems, fast versus slow thinking. Most of our life is run by a system you don't even control. Think about driving home on a familiar road. You don't think about every turn, it just happens automatically. That's your fast system. Now imagine solving a tough math problem. You slow down, concentrate, and maybe even feel a little mental strain. That's your slow system. Kahneman explains that your brain runs on these two modes. System 1 is quick, intuitive, emotional. It jumps to conclusions. System 2 is deliberate, logical, and effortful, but lazy. And most of the time, System 1 is in charge. The next time you catch yourself making a snap judgment, like assuming someone's competence just by their looks, pause, ask yourself, is this System 1 talking? Or do I need to let System 2 wake up? That simple pause can prevent countless bad decisions. Lesson 2: The illusion of confidence. Why do people who sound confident often turn out to be wrong? Picture a friend making a bold claim about a stock. He's so certain that you feel almost foolish to doubt him. You follow his advice, and then the stock crashes. Confidence mislead you. Kahneman shows that confidence often comes from coherence, not accuracy. If a story feels consistent, your brain believes it, whether or not it's true. This is why forecasters, CEOs, or even politicians often sound convincing, yet fail spectacularly. Instead of asking, does this person sound confident? Ask, what's the evidence? Confidence is not proof. Always separate how strongly someone feels from how strong the facts are. Lesson 3: Loss aversion. Why does losing $500 hurt more than winning $500 feels good? You are walking down the street and you find a $20 bill. You smile, maybe even tell a friend. Later that week, you lost $20 from your wallet. That sting. It stays with you for days. Kahneman discovered that humans are wired to loss aversion. The pain of losing is about twice as powerful as the joy of gaining. This bias explains why people avoid risk, stay in bad jobs, and cling to failing investments. The next time you face a decision, ask, am I choosing this because it's smart or because I'm afraid of loss? Sometimes growth requires enduring the discomfort of short term losses. These first three lessons already explain so much of your daily mistakes, but there's one more. The most dangerous mental trap of all. It shapes the way you see our entire life story, and it's coming up next. Lesson 4: The experiencing self versus the remembering self. Are you living your life or just remembering it? Imagine a 2-week vacation. For 13 days, everything is amazing. On the last day, you lose your phone and feels miserable. When someone asks later, how was the trip? You might say it was ruined. But was it really? 13 days of joy, overshadowed by one bad memory. Kahneman shows that we have two selves: the experiencing self, which lives in the present moment, the remembering self, which tells the story afterward. And here's the twist: the remembering self usually wins. It decides how we judge our lives and often distorts reality. Instead of only chasing memories to share, focus on presence. Ask, am I enjoying this now? Or just collecting a story to tell later? Living in the moment strengthens your experiencing self, which is where real happiness exists. Here's the hardest truth Kahneman leaves us with. We are not as rational as we think. We are guided by shortcuts, by biases, by stories we tell ourselves. But gift of this book is awareness. Once you see the hidden strings pulling your thoughts, you can start cutting them. It's not about being perfect, it's about pausing, questioning, and slowly reclaiming control of your choices. You are just seeing how your brain tricks you every single day through fast thinking, false confidence, loss aversion, and distorted memories. And yet, with awareness, you can change. You can pause before jumping to conclusions, separate confidence from truth, embrace smart risk, and live more in the moment. If this opens your eyes, you will want to dive deeper into Daniel Kahneman's thinking fast and slow. And if you care about making smarter choices with your money, not just your mind, I recommend The Intelligent Investors, a classic that pairs perfectly with this one. Subscribe for more book breakdowns that don't just explain, they help you live wiser.